here, pulling it off the page. Mystery number 12. And it's in relation to Kurt Cobain, the famous singer who died, as you will aware. But the question was, why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? So this is mystery number 12. Why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? Mystery number 12. Why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? Why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? Why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? Very sad. Wonderful musician. Why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? Why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? Pardon me. Why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? Why did Kurt Cobain choose to end his life? Okay, so let's get started. Alright, so we've got, pardon me, the death reversed as the 1. This covers, let me see here. This covers 1, so we've got Hierophant reversed, okay? This crosses 1, Knight of Swords. Lies beneath 1. We got the Justice card reversed, okay? Lies behind 1, we got the Page of Swords reversed. Lies above, we got Ace of Pentacles. Lies before, we have Page of Cups. So let's move this forward a little bit. Okay, comes to rest. We have Knight of Swords. In the house of 7 of Swords. Uh-oh. Hopes and fears. Queen of Pentacles. Fascinating. And comes to rest. We have the Strength card. Okay, so let's get a couple of extra information cards. We've got 7 of Wands reversed. And we've got 2 of Pentacles. So let's delve in. Just at a glance, as far as dominant suits, I see Swords as fairly dominant. I see Swords in the Justice card, Swords here, Sword there. There's some mental games, mental torture going on here a little bit. And I also see that some money issues, there's some money stuff going on in here too. Money stuff going on. Anyway, so let's delve in. Let's go in. Okay, so we've got Judgment. I'm sorry, this is Death reversed. I'm sorry. So Death reversed actually is the card of stagnation, typically. It is a card of feeling stuck and feeling like resisting change even, okay? This could be the card of resisting change. Yeah. This is very interesting also. Something else I notice about this card typically is that it has to do, it's loss. It's a card of loss when it's reversed. It can be a loss of allies. It can be a loss of funding. But the thing that stands out to me about this the most is the resistance to change. I think that there was some resistance on his part that was factor in why he did what he did. He was resisting something. There was some sort of major change going on in his life, and he was resisting some sort of major change, okay? So I'll go with that interpretation. It might change later depending on what other cards I see, but that seems the most sound interpretation to me at this point. We have here Hierophant reversed. Kurt Cobain was definitely not... He was not into doing things the way people typically do things. He was definitely a contrarian, okay? This guy did not like to follow rules, okay? He didn't like to not that he was a rebel. It's just that he just didn't like, he didn't like authority figures, and he didn't like doing things the way things have always been done. He was a non-traditionalist, okay, and he was. This is what covers it. So this is him resisting change, and him, and probably what he was resisting was having to conform. He didn't want to conform. It just clicked for me. He was a non-conformist, and he was fighting conforming. So I think that maybe the success in his life was making him become more of a regular person, and he couldn't handle that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So we got Knight of Wands. Cross is one. So I see here... Yeah. So with this Knight of Wands, I see someone who lacks confidence in their abilities a little bit. When this card is upright, we have the card of someone who jumps in feet first. He's ready. He's over enthusiastic. He's ready to do it. He's can-do kind of guy. He's eager to please. But when it's reversed, one of the interpretations I could go for in this situation would probably be that he just was lacking confidence. He lacked confidence. This guy lacked confidence. Okay, so he wasn't confident in the changes he was going through. He was very insecure. Very insecure. Very interesting. Okay, so we have here Justice reversed. So with Justice reversed as something beneath, motivating things, I see here, this is the card of, just desserts. When things are going right. I see this is a marriage, this is a divorce. Oh, yeah, a divorce. There must have been some sort of impending divorce or impending legal situation that had him stressed out. Absolutely. I see that as an underlying motivation. I think that his wife or partner at the time was going to be leaving him. And, I definitely think that's what's happening here, is what the underlying motivation for his suicide was. He felt insecure. All these changes going on. I get it. I think this card is, she was leaving him. Again, we have this is not just the card of rebellion, it's the card of divorce. It could be the card of saying, I'm revoking this institution that, of marriage. I'm saying I don't want to abide by these rules or norms anymore. So I see that, things were changing for him rapidly. He was going through a divorce, and I see also that he was going through a divorce. It's incredible. He really loved this woman. Whoever she was. Oh, yes, I know who she was. I'm sorry. Blonde woman. I forget her name right now, but it'll come to me. But he was going through a divorce, and he just couldn't take it. He lacked complete confidence, and it's quite sad, actually. Also, I see here Page of Swords reversed. Okay. So with the Page of Swords reversed, I see someone who, in his past, who came in, who, sharp kid, sharp person, but they don't know everything they're talking about, but they like to come off like they do, okay? And they like to come off like, there's an immaturity here, and that mental intelligence, very smart individual, has been turned around as being used for evil things, like being snarky, having just the right sarcastic comments to really push someone's buttons. This is someone who is vengeful and petty. I think that he had to deal with this. He had to deal with this person in his life, obviously. Forefront of why he killed himself. I think that he feared success. The fact that he had gotten successful bothered him. He didn't like being wealthy. He didn't like having money. He just didn't like it. It's amazing, but that's really what the spread is saying, as far as I can tell. Okay, so we have here Page of Cups. With Page of Cups, we're running out of battery power here. But with Page of Cups, he just wanted to make nice. He just wanted to. This woman that was leaving him, Courtney Love, got her name now. He wanted to just forgive her and let bygones be bygones. He liked her. He loved her. He genuinely loved her. And I think that this card is representative of the fact that he wanted to. This is what the situation was aspiring to as far as a possible future. He wanted to heal the relationship and let bygones be bygones and be together and be friends and be intimate and be romantic. So he was a romantic at heart. All that mattered to him was he just wanted a good woman. He wanted life. He wanted to be loved. The money wasn't really important to him. He just wanted love and happiness. Okay, so in the house of, torture. Card of worry, anguish. Someone who is being mentally tortured. In the house of Seven of Swords, constant arguing and fighting. They were arguing and fighting constantly. It was driving him. His soul was not at rest. He was tortured. This was someone he wanted to be with. This is someone he loved. Okay? This was a marriage, a union. He took it seriously. Okay, so hopes and fears, Queen of Pentacles. I see a money issue here a little bit with the female that he was involved in, and how, I think that she didn't want to, I don't know, maybe she wanted a divorce and was going to clean him out, or maybe she didn't want to lose him because of how much he was worth. But this is someone who cares about money, okay? This woman, see, she's sitting in a nice fancy throne with a big fat shiny coin in her lap. She cared about money, and this was something that was bothering him. I think he didn't like it. He didn't like that she was into money and stuff. Ultimately, the card of tolerance, character, and compassion. He tried to accept her. Is how I see that. He tried to accept her, but he was trying to do the right thing. He was trying to be noble for her sake. He wanted love to triumph over whatever their challenges were, and it did. But I don't know. I want to reference this here before we take off, because I really need. I want to understand this card a little bit more. Right. Okay, so the fame, the success, the recognition was what got to him, ultimately. There were a lot of factors at play here. We got money, we got the, horrendous relationship, and we've got the fame. He made it. And that, he didn't like being famous. It drove him nuts. He didn't like being famous. He didn't like what the success brought with it. He just wasn't feeling it. Okay, that just wasn't his bag, and he didn't want that. He felt trapped, obviously. Okay, trapped here in his mind. It was a mental torture. He didn't have to have that attitude, but he had some sort of conditioned response towards that kind of success for some reason. So it was his personal hell. Okay, so we have here additional information cards. Overwhelmed. Too many factors, they just got the better of him. He just said, I can't take this. So upright, the guy's on top of a hill. Competitors from below, other factors, obstacles, whatever you want to call them. Over, reversed, he's been toppled off. He couldn't take it. Couldn't take the pressures of being famous and successful. Two of Pentacles, the instability. Okay, so I see here also that there were some money issues. Okay, she may have been overspending. Okay, so there was some money issues. He was starting to feel like, oh, I know what it is. This is a card of extra money. This is the card of having so much money that you have extra to play with. So he didn't like the success. He felt overwhelmed. All the fame and limelight, and the woman who basically was not aligned with his values. So and all the fighting, but that's the end of it. Thank you for listening.